My other co-host,
OG Crunks.
and today is episode 136 of the OG podcast.
Yes, it is.
We survived the black hole.
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently. I'm gonna be asking you this question, but I'm pretty sure you heard about the black hole situation, correct?
I have not heard anything at all.
Wait, so you don't know about the whole Fortnite thing that happened?
Nope, not at all.
Oh my god. I was like, everybody in the world knows this, so I know he'll probably know this because, yeah. But apparently you don't. Okay.
Nope.
Okay, well, we'll have something to enlighten on you later. So anyway, how was your week?
It's been alright. Just been busy, been working, and been on that Shadowverse grind, man. On my last video that I made master ranking on the unlimited format, so I'm now master rank on all formats, which is really cool.
That's nice. Congratulations.
So, that's pretty good. Yep, thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Debating if I'm going to push for Grandmaster. We'll see. Been doing really good, so it's a possibility. But if that ever happens, I'll make a video and we'll see what's up.
I mean, you might as well. You have nothing better to do.
I have to work.
Well, yeah, but I mean, as far as like Shadowverse goes, like you have nothing better to do for the game.
Yeah. It's more a matter of how much I want to push, because getting from Master to Grandmaster is a major grind, and basically, if you can play enough games and you can win at least 60% of those games, then you got a shot, is what it boils down to.
I mean, why not, though?
You know? Well, I mean, I'm trying in the background. You know, right. I mean, it's just that if I ever get to a point to where it's just not working, then I may slow it, tone it down a bit, because I'm not going to get frustrated either.
Yeah, that's true. I understand that. You know, that's why I stopped playing certain games for a while. You know, so I get that. That's cool though. Well, I'm glad you made it to Grandmaster. That's cool.
Regular master.
Master. I mean, regular. Well, I'm putting it in fruition. Speaking in the future. Well, I'm glad you got Master. Sorry, I was in the middle of reading because I'm trying to share the stream on all social media platforms. Since we're kind of late.
Social media.
So since we're kind of late, I kind of want to remind everybody that we still live. We just a little late today. I did tweet it out, but sometimes people don't see my tweets, so I'm doing it again. Cause everybody like, oh, I didn't see the tweet. I'm like, what do you mean? I tweeted it. So we're going to Facebook, Twitter. My week's been good, interesting to say the least. It's never not interesting. We had a really interesting storm last night, but ironically, my power did not go out until after the storm was gone.
Oh, wow.
So, like, I'm like, okay, like, it stopped raining, it stopped storming, it stopped lightning or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get on and play some video games, right? So, like, I'm in the middle of playing the video game, and, like, I'm like, on this very crucial part, you know what I'm saying? About to get this kill, about to snipe somebody, right? As soon as I line him up and I'm about to shoot the guy, man, the power goes out. And I was like, okay, God, I guess it's time for me to go to bed. So, I went to bed. What up, One-Handed Bandit? How you doing today, bud? How you doing today, man? And we still doing the Able Gamers charity all month long. That's been really cool. Again, I will have a special thing going on the 18th. I don't want to say what it is, but I'm just gonna say if you are a Handy Kill Cam supporter or a supporter of the OG podcast, make sure to stop on through and hang out. So like, and then, you know, I've just been playing a lot of Fortnite lately. I actually forgot about the event that was happening this Sunday. And it was more epic than I mean, I'm not even exaggerating. I will talk about what happened later in the podcast, but it was probably the most like thought out plan in like gaming history as far as like releasing something new. You know, Epic always pulls out the stops when they do stuff like that, and I was like, wow, that was pretty impressive. And the fact, and I'll say this, what was impressive about the whole thing is that they were able to keep people's attention span for like 2 days straight, and that was crazy. And I'll explain why. Well, you know what? I'll just explain because it was part of my weekend. So there was a new map. There, like, instead of like adding to the new map or adding to the Fortnite map, season 11, Fortnite decided to get rid of their map and create a whole new map. Well, on top of that, they said, you know what? We're not gonna just do that. We're going to recreate the whole game. Okay? So what they did is they made this big old cinematic scene, like this big old like battle, you know, that added up to the rest of the story of Fortnite. And then basically what ends up happening is this big explosion happens and you get sucked into a black hole, right? So all you see is a blue circle with a black hole. Mind you, this is while the game is running, right? So that's all you see, right? You're just sitting there staring at this hole for you're just sitting there staring at this hole. Mind you, there's little codes that come out of this hole, like number codes, and apparently these number codes were related to this audio message, and it actually related to the numbers of the words in the audio message, and you had to decode the audio message. They had people staring at this hole, Dwight, OG, for 2 days straight.
Wow.
Okay? They completely deleted their whole Twitter, meaning they deleted all their tweets. They technically deleted the game from the game store. They deleted like the all the microtransactions from the store, all that stuff. They made it seem like the game was over, like there was no more Fortnite.
Huh.
And then boom, on Tuesday morning, a whole new game, a whole new Fortnite.
Interesting.
It was amazing. It was, like, I know, like, the way I say it kind of sounds lame, but like you had to see the event, and it was like, it blew my mind because it was kind of like, it was like, man, I was like, we don't even stare at a lunar eclipses for this long. Like, people just sit there and look, and then they go back inside. But that's what it kind of reminded me of, right? It kind of reminded me of like this world event, and this is the crazy thing. Fortnite proved two different things. Okay, first of all, Fortnite proved that the world is addicted to Fortnite because it was the number one trending thing on Twitter, not just gaming Twitter, but on Twitter. Everybody, even the news was talking about it, which was crazy. And then, so first and foremost, Epic proved that people are addicted to Fortnite. and another thing that Fortnite proved, or Epic proved, is that you could literally stream nothing and break records. And what I mean is, Dwight, OG, people were streaming the Black Hole, and we're getting over 100,000 viewers. People just sitting there, just watching the it was a Black Hole watching party.
Wow.
Yeah. So people were just waiting for the game to, like, some people thought the game was over. Some people thought, I knew it was coming back. Okay. I trolled my daughter. I told my daughter, like, Fortnite is over. Fortnite is done. No more Fortnite, But I knew it was coming back. They put too much money Fortnite's making too much money, even though it was, on a record losing, lost a third of its income. Even though it was still losing a third of its income, it was still making more money than games that were selling well. So I knew they weren't getting rid of the game, but I thought that we were gonna bring it back on Monday because Christopher Columbus, that's when Christopher Columbus, quote unquote, believe what you believe, not believe whatever. They discovered a new island. So I was like, oh, they'll bring it back Christopher Columbus Day because all the kids are off from school. No, they brought it back on Tuesday, Update Tuesday. I watched it for a little bit. Because I was trying to decipher the code. And I was like, and I said I had an excuse. My wife was like, why are you watching this? I was like, I have an excuse. I have a gaming podcast. This is news. I have to talk about this during the podcast. So we have to watch this for at least 20 minutes. She was like, this is dumb. I was like, I know it's dumb, but we have to watch. We have to watch. We must discover what's going on because it was pretty crazy. I will give my opinion on the new Fortnite. I've been playing the new Fortnite. I'll give a spoiler alert. OG, I've really been enjoying myself on Fortnite.
That's good.
I'm actually really surprised. So, and I've been actually really doing well in Fortnite. Not just with my squad, but by myself. I actually broke my solo kill, like in solos, playing by myself, my solo kill record. I actually got over 6 kills. I got second place. I was about to win my first game, and then the power went out. So, that happens. So,
yes, it does.
So, and then I just been playing some NBA 2K.
Yep.
As much as I want to enjoy that game, there's so many glitches, and 2K doesn't want to get their events right, which really makes it unenjoyable because they have these special events on the weekends, right? But then they can't, they poorly execute them. Like, people were winning their events, and then they weren't giving out the rewards for the people. So basically, you just play the event for nothing. So it was pretty sucky. It's not crazy that they just did what Final Fantasy Online. They basically ripped their idea. I don't know about that. I mean, I'm not like a Fortnite fanboy, but I don't think they ripped anything off from Final Fantasy. I'm a big Final Fantasy person, and my co-host is even more of a Final Fantasy person. I would have to disagree on that because now if it didn't go with the storyline and they were like and if they didn't go with the storyline that already was like in Fortnite and they just like had to redo the game because the game was like doing poorly, then yeah, that would make sense. But see, the difference with Final Fantasy 14 Online like being redone and like the game was doing horribly. Fortnite wasn't doing horribly, it was just losing money. Fortnite wasn't like broken, you know what I mean? And speaking of Fortnite started working on my PlayStation for some reason. No, I don't want to play Fortnite. So it's like, that's like, that, I know, I've seen, it was doing poor. Yeah, but it's doing poorly financially. There's a difference between like not making money, like doing poorly financially, than like losing money, than the game not working at all. And then people not into the game when the game first comes out. So you have to remember that when Final Fantasy 14 first came out, the game was completely like not working properly, and people were disappointed. When Fortnite first came out, like with the BR, like it was amazing. Like it was doing numbers. It still had, I mean, even though like it's not making the money that it was, like it's still doing amazing by a lot of other games. So yeah, I would have to disagree with you on that. I would strongly have to disagree with you on that. They were losing to Minecraft. Well, that's different. That's different. Look. That's different. That's like, you know, that's not even comparable, because Minecraft is always gonna have that big thing. You know, it's always gonna have that big following because of what Minecraft has done. You know, you can't compare Fortnite to Minecraft. That's two different things. That's two different things, and that's two different things that like blew up out of nowhere. Nobody expected Minecraft to blow up the way that it did. Nobody expected Fortnite to blow up the way that it did. It wasn't like planned. It was like, oh, we're gonna make Minecraft and it's gonna be the biggest thing in the world. Oh, we're gonna make Fortnite, it's gonna be the biggest thing in the world. Nobody even knew. It was kind of like one of those things that just grew up out of a garden and they didn't expect to bloom. Like nobody knew the flower that was going to come out of Fortnite. Nobody knew the flower that was going to come out of Minecraft. And those are like two different like those, not on top of that too, those are like two different types of games. You know what I mean? You gotta look at it from a BR perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still outbeating the BR genre. Even with the money that it's not making. I'll tell you this right now. I would rather buy skins. I'd rather buy skins from Fortnite than I would any other BR right now. Like, you see what I'm saying? And you know, so even though they're not making the money that they were making, they are now. But even though they weren't at that time, it's still one of the, you know, top, maybe not mobilely. We've discussed that on mobile, that it's not some of the top games, but console wise, yeah, console wise, it's still doing good. So like, that's different. Like Final Fantasy 14 was on the verge of not even like coming out of the gate. So they had to do something, because they promised all these things, and they had all these people, you know, behind it, and then they didn't deliver. Fortnite delivered. Fortnite broke barriers. Fortnite turned stars into stars that could have necessarily not been stars. Where has Final Fantasy 14 done that? Final Fantasy hasn't made nobody a star that's a star. Final Fantasy hasn't opened the doors for anybody, so you can't even come close to that. That's a totally different thing, man. But anyways, sorry about that. My week's been pretty good though. My week's been pretty straight, you know. Besides just
Fortnite.
Yeah, you know, Fortnite, which I never really thought I would sit there and say I'm enjoying Fortnite again, but I really am. So unfortunately I didn't get to play it until yesterday, because that's when it started, Tuesday.
Right.
So other than that, I haven't played much mobile games lately. You know, I don't know why. I'm just weird when it comes to mobile games, man. I can't stay drawn in. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because I see a phone as a phone, and it's just hard for me to be like, oh, let me pick up my, you know what I mean, and play.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I did play some Smash over the weekend also, and kick some butt. I actually kicked some butt online, which was fun. With some random people, so that was fun. That was really, really good. Other than that, man, yeah, I've just been enjoying myself playing some games. So what news do you have for us? Sorry, I kind of, you know, went a little ahead of myself, but I had to address that comment. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. So, trying to think of always the hardest part for me is always this.
It's always what?
I'm going to go ahead and bring up something we've been kind of talking about forever, that we now have confirmation on specifics. So, everyone's favorite subject, Stadia.
Oh, that's funny. I was actually in a discussion with somebody in Stadia the other night.
Have a specific release.
Oh, wait, huh? You're cutting out. Why is it when you were talking like just about regular stuff, you weren't cutting in and out? Now you're cutting in and out.
Of course, because now I'm bringing news. They don't
Yes.
want me to bring the news.
They don't want you to bring the truth.
Nope. But yeah, now
Hold on.
has a confirmed launch date.
It has a confirmed launch date? What's the confirmed launch date?
November 19th.
Ooh, that's not far away.
Yep, not far away at all. This was just announced recently, and of course, it's going to be $9.99 a month, just like we've talked about before. But yes, now we actually specifically have a confirmed date. So those of you that have been hype about it, there you go. Now you know when you can get in and jump in on the excitement and see if it's actually worth the hype.
Yeah, definitely. I actually have some information. Someone broke down like why Stadia is a good thing to me. Like they're more of a nerd than I am, and I didn't understand it from this perspective. So basically, until they explained it to me. So basically, how Stadia is going to be is like, okay, so basically when you're playing a game, you're going to have all these different, like say for instance, you're playing Mario, right? So you can do all these, you can jump to the left, jump to the back, jump to the side. What? Excuse me, coffee went down the wrong hole. So basically, you can be able to do that. Okay, so you basically Mario does that, right? So basically, what Stadia does is it predicts, like it already renders every possible move that you could possibly do at that moment. It already renders all the frames. So basically, when you go to do that move or whatever, it's already processed. So there's going to be supposedly no lag whatsoever.
Yeah, that's how they're supposed to combat the lag. Yeah, I read about that.
Yeah, I was like, interesting. So that's, and I was like, they're like, they're like, that's, basically they were explaining to me, like, that's revolutionary because they're like, your console doesn't even do that.
Right.
Like, even if your controller, they said, even if your controller is connected, wired to your console, the Stadia will still be faster than your controller connected to your PS4. I was like, that's kind of crazy. That's really crazy. And I was like, if that is true, consoles are in trouble.
It changes the game for sure.
Yeah. Because, I mean, why am I going to sit there? Like, this is what I'm thinking, right? Why am I going to sit there? Now, let's put this in perspective. If I already have good internet, if you do not have good internet, then, this is probably not the best thing, this best option for you, because not necessarily the fastest speeds, but you need a reliable connection. You need a connection you can count on. In some places people don't have a connection they can count on, depending on your service provider, Now, so why am I going to spend $600 to $500, maybe $400? We really don't have a price point on what the new consoles are going to cost. But why am I going to sit there and pay $500 to $600 when I get a faster response time for $40 and $40 for the game and then $9 for the month? $9 a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I guess the biggest question is going to be for the content creators, especially the ones that are on Twitch. Is it going to be streamable? You know what I mean? Because yes, you could stream Stadia on YouTube, but are you going to be like, is it going to be easy to stream it on Twitch? And then because you're not using the integrated stream service that is with Stadia. Is it going to take more bandwidth for you to be on Twitch? And then if it takes more bandwidth for you to be on Twitch, it takes bandwidth away from your game, which then could possibly ruin your experience. The experience. When that's the whole reason why you're getting Stadia in the first place. So there's a lot of variables still. But if it can manage to be faster, and it'd be faster technically than these consoles coming out, Stadia, I mean, I'll say it again, Stadia could be the thing, but again, I'm not taking the chance on it. I'm waiting to see what happens. Waiting to see what happens, especially with these consoles. I know I recently just showed you the PS5. What were your thoughts?
So, I don't really know. That's the thing. I have a big question mark. Is all that really boils down to. I don't even know what to ask about it. It's just one of those things like, okay, so this is it, but what am I, like, what is it going to be? Well, I guess, what is the difference? I guess is the main question.
Well, I guess what they're coming from is that all the different stuff is going to be inside. It's going to be the internal stuff. You know what I mean? It's saying like a mini computer. But my biggest worry about the PS5 was the vents in the front. And you saw when I showed you that, you saw how the vents were faced like a V. Well, at those vents that are faced like a V, at some point the vents are facing each other. So you're not getting proper ventilation.
I'm sure there's a reason for it. I just don't understand it. Like, I know that shape does something. I don't know how to articulate it properly to make the world understand.
And then it says, and then people are saying, well, that's not the real PS5. That's just what developers are getting to develop the games. Well, then why is it? I was like, well, then why is PlayStation 5 why is PlayStation releasing images saying that this is the PlayStation 5? And then not only that, did you know you could pre-order the PlayStation 5 already? Yep.
I did not know.
Yeah, you can pre-order it already. I ain't pre-ordered. I will never pre-order a system. Just because of flaws that happen with technology. I'll wait. You know what I mean? But yeah, supposedly you can already pre-order it. But I'm like this. If that's not the system, why am I going to pre-order a system that I don't have no idea about?
Well, you're pre-ordering the final product. You're not necessarily pre-ordering what you saw.
Yeah, but would you pre-order blindly?
No.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's like I don't know, pre-ordering a game that you just know the name. Like, let's say WWE 2K20, you know? Like, oh, you're just big in the wrestling game, so you're automatically gonna pre-order it, and you have no idea what it is. And then come to find out, the game's like garbage. And come to find out, W2K20 is supposed to be garbage. But I don't know, I won't be getting it this year, I promise. This will be the 2K I won't be getting.
I will be a little bit different there. I will pre-order a game just because I'm familiar with the series. Like, I've pre-ordered like Final Fantasy games, and I pre-ordered a few other games because those are series that I'm very familiar with that I already have high expectations for. But when it comes to games, I'll pre-order, just not systems.
But you kind of had the idea what the game was going to be about, though, correct?
No, not really. Well, for some of them, yes, and some of them, no.
Okay.
Like, because for example, I pre-ordered Final Fantasy 11, not realizing it was going to be online only.
Oh, really?
Yes. Oh. So, of course, I ended up obviously, getting my money back once I found out that it was online only, because it's a money back guarantee.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, sometimes I don't know, and that was the one time I was wrong, was Final Fantasy 11, because I did not want to play online. Back then, it wasn't into that stuff.
Yeah. Well, back then it was a lot harder to get online. It was harder to access. Even back then, Final Fantasy 11 was $15 a month online. That's why I didn't play it. That's why I didn't play it. You still had to pay a month. I don't know. I have a problem. I don't have a problem paying a monthly service for like a service, right? For an actual service. I have a problem paying a monthly service for a game. I don't know. I get it. I understand it. I understand it. But me as a consumer, as a gamer, I have a problem with it because I know how quickly I can change games. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, right now, like, I was all gung-ho 2K20, right? Because I thought, you know, Fortnite is just going to be Fortnite. Man, I got on Fortnite. That's all I'm playing right now. Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I'm playing Fortnite right now. Imagine if I was paying a service for you know, NBA 2K20. Imagine if I was paying a service for Fortnite. I would have to stay more committed to those games. And I just can't fully commit myself to like one game like that. Life is too short to commit to just commit to one game. You know what I mean? I have to I like to experience it all. And if I'm especially having a family, if I'm putting $15 into a game each month, I'm going to have to get my money's worth out of it. And you know, with how games are nowadays, sometimes you just don't get your money's worth. So I don't know. I've never been a fan of paying for a monthly fee to play a game. Now, I understand the whole, you know, Xbox Live and all that. That's different because it's not just for one game. It's for more games than one. For me to play all my games, I have to pay that service. For me to play all the games that I want to play on my PlayStation, I gotta pay that service. For me to play all the games that are on my Switch, I have to pay for that service. So I'm paying for more than just to play one game. Now, to actually access one game and to play that one game, yeah, I don't ever see myself doing that. I don't know. I really don't know. I know you've done it before. No, haven't you? Like with a mobile game?
I have temporarily, but the problem is I'm not the kind of person to 100% commit to one game.
Yeah.
Just like you said, I just don't. And I know a lot of people that'll do it, especially people who play World of Warcraft, because I know a lot of people that were into that, and that's pretty much all they were playing for the longest time.
Yeah.
But I personally am not willing to dedicate the time that I would require if I'm paying a monthly service to really get into it and still have a life. Because the problem with me was I was trying to get into something, but of course I had a life, so I was always out doing other things, and I wasn't, in my opinion, I wasn't getting my money's worth because I wasn't fully dedicated to it. So I just dropped it.
Yeah, and you know, now if you're a pro at the game, like if you're like getting paid and you're a pro at the game, then yeah, that makes sense. You have to be. Yeah, you have to play that game every day. But if you're not a pro and you know, and and you're a content creator and you're barely making 15 cents a day or whatever, then hey, you know, play what you want to play. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna stay committed to one game. Like you're gonna change it up every once in a while. Because I mean, we're gamers. We buy into the hype sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, it's part of life, you know? Like, it sucks that people, I saw this tweet the other day, and she's right, you know, shout outs to my Team Rock Squad leader, Miss Rocks. I don't know her full name, but it sucks that people, like, actually, like, get mad at people for being hype about a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they like the game and they're hype about it and they're buying into the hype, let them. And if you think that it's all whatever the case may be, that, I mean, that's, you know, that's what it is. No. I might. Actually, you need to get out of my head. I don't know who gave you access to my head, but I'm thinking about it. But yeah, I'm actually thinking about it. That's funny. But yeah. So like I don't know, like it's crazy to me that like people get mad at people because they're hype about a game that they really enjoy. Guess what? Somebody might be hype about the new vanilla that's coming out by Starbucks. You may not like Starbucks. You may not like vanilla, but that doesn't give you the right to like come into their like space and be like, well, blah blah blah, you like vanilla, vanilla's boring. Well, to that person, vanilla might be like their flavor, you know what I'm saying? It might be their thing. And it's crazy. It blows my mind that like we are like, it's come to like this area to where like we get mad. It's like we want games to thrive, but we get mad at people when they're like super excited for a game that people shouldn't be excited about. Like for instance, like you're more into card and card games, you know? Like for instance, like you're really excited. You're probably really excited about the new Shadowverse update, correct? Hello? I think I lost him.
I don't know. You're cut out. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I said I bet you're really excited about the new Shadowverse update that happened, or that did happen.
Oh yeah,
Or yeah,
about a month ago. Yeah, I'm happy
right,
about it.
right,
Absolutely.
exactly. You know, like that's your thing. That's something you love to play. So of course you're going to enjoy it. You know, and it blows my mind that people are like, oh, well that game sucks. You should be playing Fortnite or you should be playing, and I'm just like, bro, I'm playing what I'm enjoying, and that's what I'm saying. You can't. It's hard days to just commit to one game. You know, you gotta commit to real things in real life. You know, you gotta commit to your wife. You gotta commit to your job. Well, I hope people commit to their wives and husbands. I would hope so. And I hope people commit to their jobs. Why should you have to commit to one game? You know what I mean? You know. So again, back to on topic. That's why I don't see myself ever paying a service to play a game. You know, it just seems ridiculous to do so, unless I'm a pro at it. You know what I mean? But then it's already paying for itself. It's already paying
No,
for
if
it.
you're the kind of person that can enjoy just playing one game, my hat's off to you and keep doing you.
Right.
But yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah. You know what? To be fair, I think it was easier when we didn't have online. To be fair, but now that we have online, it's so much in all this other stuff. It's so much easier to access other games. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
like for instance, like GoldenEye, for instance, right? Like when you had GoldenEye, like you couldn't just go out and just get another game. You couldn't just go out and or you couldn't just, you know what I'm saying? Like you had to make the best of what you had, even when you were by yourself. You know what I'm saying? If that's the only game you had, you couldn't just go out and be like, oh, I'm gonna download this free game, or oh, I'm gonna go play with my friends online. You know what I mean? It wasn't. It wasn't. It was hard. It was. It was. You know. It was. It was harder to switch games back in the day. Nowadays it's so much it's so much easier to get your hands on the games you want to play. Like you basically have the game you want to play instantly, you know? So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's so much easier to have
Well, the
like,
free to play market is really what kind of turned everything around.
yeah, definitely, definitely. And the whole the like services, like the whole Xbox season pass, or not season pass, but Game Pass, the PlayStation Now, you know, because even though like I don't use that stuff, I know somebody that actually streams nothing but PlayStation Now games, which is really crazy.
Actually, PlayStation Now did their services better. I don't know if I actually brought this up in the past, but
No.
they recently changed it to where it's no longer 19.99. It's now just 9.99, and you can actually download the games to your console instead of being forced to stream it. So it's actually cuts down on the lag a lot.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, they just did that update recently. I don't know exactly how long ago it was, and I think I forgot to talk about it. But yeah, that was a thing, and that's something that Sony was doing to compete with all the other service people like Xbox Live and all of that.
Yeah, and technically Stadia. They said Stadia, we can do your price, Stadia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we got all the hits. Yo,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I might actually get into that now. $9.99 is not bad.
Yeah,
$9.99
and like I said, you
is
can
not
download
bad.
the games now. I mean, now obviously, if you get rid of the service, you probably won't have the games anymore.
Right.
As long as you're still paying for it, like you can actually just play it through the console rather than having to stream it. I think that's really cool.
That is dope, actually. Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Bam. And look, we were not planning to talk about this on the show. Like, we don't plan anything.
Not at all. I wasn't going to bring it up at all.
we were not planning this. We never planned. I do want to give a story update. I'm kind of going to rant a little bit. Because I did my own research. What you should do. You should definitely do. First and foremost, Blizzard, with all the drama that's been happening with Blizzard, they decided to lessen his sentence and to give him his money back. So, hey, I think that's cool, but I don't like it at the same time, because then it gives people, online complainers, more power. Oh, we did it! We helped him! And I'm like, yeah, but I still think it should have been handled in a more professional way. I have a crazy story to tell you off stream. It's not something that I can share with you on stream, but it's actually connected to that. But I do want to say I did do my own research, and about the whole whatever, the whole China thing, or the Hong Kong thing. Did you know that this has been going on since 2015, and this was this is the fourth or fifth protest? Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew that only because I watched the Philip DeFranco show, and they've been actually talking about it forever, off and on. So
yeah,
I already knew.
Yeah, and then I'm like, it had and here's my thing, right? I can say yes, what's going on over there is messed up, whatever it is, what it is, but it's like, with all due respect, it's their country. They can choose, how to do what they want to do. We can't expect every country to be like ours. You know what I'm saying? And we can't get mad at another country because they're not acting the way that we feel that they should be acting, whether it's Hong Kong or China. You know what I mean? And basically, it had nothing to do with us. It had to do with Hong Kong and China, between them. You know what I'm saying? But we like to get involved and say, and so yeah, I was pretty upset about that when I actually did my own research. I was like, wait, so this has nothing to do with us. Has nothing to do with us. That's nothing to do with us. And it sucks because now it's causing all these issues in the gaming industry, and it's really frustrating, because it's like, it's causing drama in the gaming industry and in the NBA. And it's like, first and foremost, that has no business being there in both places. The drama part of it. You know what I'm saying? Just because, relationships are formed doesn't mean anything. Their business is their business, and our business is our business. But just because people have relationships with all that stuff doesn't necessarily mean that, they support it or they don't support it. You know what I'm saying? That's not what that's there for. You know what I'm saying? It's a business deal. It's about, trying to, China is very big into gaming. Japan, all that stuff. So, of course you want to be in that market. You know what I mean? Of course. They're more advanced than we are. Correct? Is Japan's more advanced than us than we are than in the gaming, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Japan, yes, but it's not specifically about Japan, but yes.
Yeah, yes, but you know what I'm saying. This is why it's why the gaming industry gets involved in in foreign countries. You know, that doesn't mean necessarily they necessarily agree or disagree with what's going on with their country. You know what I'm saying? They just want to be. They want their market to be seen by the foreign countries, by the foreign people. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do need to ask a question though, because you said that they decided to give him his prize money, but are they? Is he still banned from competitive play for the year?
Not for the full year. They lightened his sentence. So
Okay.
and I say sentence,
But
but
that time I catch up with it. 'Cause I heard about what happened to begin with, but I haven't got the follow up, so I just wanted to kind of confirm.
yeah, the only reason why I know is because Blizzard actually issued a statement, and it was like a I want to say 4 or 5 days ago they issued a statement on Twitter stating that and it was big. They headlined it and said it was like the number one trending thing on Twitter. Blizzard has decided to give the money back and lighten the sentence of his suspension. I think it's like 6 months or something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why I'm bringing it up is because it changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I got asked, you know, am I anti-Blizz? No, I'm not anti. Like it's not like I said. It's of course what goes on in their country, you know, well, in a lot of different countries sucks, you know. But I can't be like, you know, because a gaming developer like has, you know, their games are getting sold there. It doesn't mean that, they have a relationship with them. Doesn't mean that they're bad people too. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm saying, or you know what I mean? You know, it's none of my business. You know what I mean? It's none of my business. Pretty much. It's none of my business. At the end of the day, even if I was to stop Blizzard, or even if I was to stop playing Blizzard games like Overwatch or whatever, Blizzard ain't gonna care. You know what I mean? Blizzard ain't gonna be like, whatever. Other people gonna play your games. It's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? It's no big deal. So, you know, it is what it is. So I just wanted to give a little follow up on that. But what other news do you have?
Well, yeah, that kind of went a few different ways, but yeah,
I'm sorry.
I do have some other news as well. No, you're good. I think I'm gonna kind of go over some stats here because you know me, I like my numbers. I like seeing who's on top.
Yes.
And our homies from Tencent right now was September's number one grossing mobile developer on the platform.
Nice.
So just to kind of break it down, basically this is an update from Sensor Tower. This is a company that produces these kind of statistics, you know, with a lot of research, so they're a very reliable source.
Mm-hmm.
So on the Apple,
Hello?
and the Google Play Store, Tencent is actually not even on the top 10.
Really?
But because, yeah, not at all. But because of the fact that people who play Tencent games on Apple are so into it and they spend so much money on it, they don't even need Google Play. Like, that's how good Tencent is.
Why doesn't Tencent come out with their own launcher, though? I'm curious.
Good question. I think they're just trying to play it smart. They're not trying to. I mean, because they're always slowly doing things.
Yeah.
So maybe they are, and they just haven't launched yet. But they're always slowly creeping up on the new things. And then when they release something, it's always natural, as if it was always a thing, because they're always prepared. Like that's how good of a company they are.
Yeah.
Now I'm not just trying to, you know, talk about Tencent too. There are other, you know, gaming companies as far as mobile that are doing well as well. For example, Niantic. For those who don't know who Niantic is, that is the company behind Pokemon Go. So for Niantic, overall, they're number 7. For the Apple Store, they're not even in the top 10. However, in Google Play, they're number 2.
Wow.
So yeah, basically what this tells you is that most of the Pokemon Go players are people playing on Android devices.
That makes sense. But a lot, to be fair, a lot of people hack. because it's easier. It's easier. It's easier. Well, I'm just gonna be fair. I'm gonna be real. It's a lot easier to hack the GPS on a Android device for Pokemon Go than it is an iPhone, and that's just
there you go.
Yeah,
facts.
And the only reason why I knew that because your boy Handy don't walk around a lot, right? And so I I tried one of the hacks. So basically, just to try it for science. I don't play Pokemon Go no more. So I downloaded this thing that basically I could tell my GPS that this is where I'm at. So then I look up, where certain Pokemon are gonna be at. So then I tell the fake GPS that I'm gonna be there, and then so I pretend to walk around there, and then I capture the Pokemon, and then whatever, and then I turn it off, and then I'm back home. So yeah, that's probably why. I wouldn't say that's the main reason why, but I'm sure that has a good.
Yeah, I think it might have something to do with it. Now, they don't go into those kind of details, but I'm very confident that is a strong possibility.
Yeah.
But yeah, you might be onto something.
Yeah.
And then I'll also shout out a couple of other companies that are well known, like Square Enix, for example, because we don't really talk about them much.
Not in the mobile scene. Not in the mobile scene, really. No, I didn't even know.
Honestly, on the mobile scene, they're on the decline.
I was gonna say, because I don't even remember again. I don't even remember the last time I played a Square Enix game on mobile.
I mean, I was playing Final Fantasy Brave Exvius for a good while. I
actually
do enjoy that game.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did make that.
Don't have time for it anymore.
Yeah, that's right. They did make that. Game.
But as far as like on the top tens, they're overall they're number 8, believe it or not, which is pretty good.
Wow.
On the App Store, they're number 9, and in Google Play, they're number 10. So they're barely holding on, but they're still there. So
wow.
I mean, that's a thing.
That's crazy.
And then everyone's favorite company, King, behind one of the more popular games. What is it called?
Candy Crush.
Candy Crush.
Da, 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 da.
Yep. Believe it or not, they're not number 1. Like I said, Tencent's number 1. Actually, overall, they're number 5 now. They've actually dropped a bit. Yeah. They're number 4 in the App Store and number 4 in Google Play.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So apparently it's not going as hard as it once did. Like Pokemon Go is beating them. Any Tencent game apparently is beating them. So I mean, it looks like there's some competition in the mobile market. I like that.
Yeah. Weird Tencent cameo. So I'm watching the new Men in Black movie, Men in Black International, and it was made by Tencent Pictures.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, hey, I know them. Hey, yo. Shout out to Sim, man. What's up? No, but yeah, it was crazy. It's actually a good movie. Actually, I actually recommend people to go see it. It's an underrated Men in Black movie because Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones are not in the movie. Actually, William Neeson and the guy that plays Thor and some other chick, can't remember her name, is in the movie. But it's really, really good. It's good. It's good. You should go see it. I mean, not go see it. You should be able to order it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cody, check it out. Check it out. Cody, do what you gotta do. Yeah. I also watched that this weekend. But I thought it was crazy because I was like, wait, I forgot Tencent makes movies. Because
Tencent does a lot,
dude. I'm telling you, if you do not invest in Tencent in stock, you are not a wise man. I'm just saying.
If you are into buying and selling stock, and we've been saying this for years now. Tencent is a company you want to invest in. Now, granted, there was a time when they were losing money over some of the drama that was happening overseas, and not the Korea thing. It's something completely different.
Yes.
But there was some drama going on that we actually had a literal soap opera series about. So if you don't remember, check out our old episodes. I'm not going to go over it again.
Yeah.
But for the longest time, Tencent was kind of on the decline. But then, as soon as everything sort of leveled off, they were right back on top. It's one of those things where you may have been losing money for a while, but then boom, all of a sudden you're rich again. That's just how it is.
Let's put this in perspective.
Yeah.
Tencent has investments in like all like the top grossing games, if you think about it. So
Yeah.
they're in Fortnite.
Mhm.
Okay, they have an investment in Fortnite.
Mhm.
They have an investment in PUBG with PUBG Mobile. Okay,
Yep.
and they also have an investment now with Call of Duty Mobile, because they made the Call of Duty Mobile, which
Yep.
is doing really really well.
Yep.
So yeah,
And they also are big in the mobile market because they have
right.
Honor of Kings, which for us is a Arena of Valor. That's a huge thing, and it's been number one overseas for a very long time.
Yep.
So Tencent's everywhere, and this we're just talking games. They do more than just games, but
Yes.
like even just in games alone, they're set. And then with the other stuff that they're doing, it's just play money. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. They're just like, yo, hey, yo, let's go invest in the Marvel series. You know, I don't know, whatever. I would, man, if I was legally able to invest in stock, bro. Let me tell you what, I'd be investing in Tencent. Your boy be rich. But legally, I cannot invest in stock. So,
No.
unfortunately, due to disability and being on Social Security disability, unless I become like a major, streamer, and then I don't have to, get paid by the government, which is a goal, is to actually get off the government, and to actually be able to sustain myself and my family. And then I can go properly invest, and then, your boy will have some things to invest in. But as of right now, because I am, product of the government, I can't invest really. So
Can't do it.
can't do it. Can't do it.
And I do have one more mobile developer shout out that I want to give for the top 10 list. It's not a major one as far as what we talk about, but it holds a special place in my heart. Netmarble.
What is
So,
Netmarble?
Netmarble is a mobile gaming company that's well known for their RPGs. As a matter of fact, they're behind a game I played for many years called Seven Knights.
Wow.
This was a game, in my opinion, that, in my opinion, was kind of ahead of its time because the graphics were intense for a mobile RPG. Like, as far as like the cinematics and everything, it's a very, very solid game. And even to this day, because I saw my boy FG3000 do a kind of video talking about, hey, is this game still legit? And he was showing how the game looks now, and it still looks pretty good. I mean, obviously they've done a lot of new different things, but it's still pretty hype. I mean, I'm not getting back into the game or anything, but Netmarble holds a special place in my heart because I played that game for so long. But as far as the top 10, overall, for all developers, they're actually number 10. And then
Dang.
for Google specifically, they're number 6.
That's crazy.
So they're still doing well. I just want to give a quick shout out to Netmarble. Like, that was my homie back in the day.
Ooh, I got some mobile news for you.
All right, go ahead.
It was just released yesterday. Are you ready?
Yeah.
League of Legends is coming to mobile and console.
Oh, wow.
That's big news.
That is actually big because for those who don't know, League of Legends is one of the biggest money makers in esports.
Mm-hmm.
But they've only been PC only. So the fact that it's coming to mobile and console, like,
Yeah.
that means everybody now has an opportunity. No excuses. Everybody has the opportunity to be something in that game. And if
Yeah.
you want to be competitive, this is the game to do it in because this is a big money maker.
Yep. Yo, your boy Handy's playing League of Legends on console as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
Your boy's trying League of Legends, man. Your boy's trying. I'm not gonna play it on mobile, but I'm playing on console. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably recommend it on console, yeah.
Yeah.
As much as I love mobile and support mobile, mobile's not always as user friendly unless you're playing PUBG, apparently.
Yeah. Playing PUBG. Yeah. PUBG or Call of Duty now, because Call of Duty's pretty good. You know what's beautiful about it is it doesn't run hard, so it could be ran on the Switch. They didn't announce what console. They didn't announce what consoles. They just said consoles. So yeah. So it could come to the Switch. That might be pretty epic.
Well, if it comes out, I may get involved only because one day I do eventually plan on having one anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's when I'm gonna jump in. Because with mobile, I'm not gonna do it because, like I said, I used to play Arena of Valor on mobile. It's
Yeah.
still a little weird for me. I
Yeah.
need better controls than the
Yeah.
touchscreen.
Trust me, Arena of Valor is so much better on the Switch. I just wish more people played it
But
on the
yeah,
Switch. A lot of people on the Switch, a lot of people in the Switch community do not play Arena of Valor, which kind of sucks. So
that does kind of suck. Yeah.
yeah, I actually really like that game. Like, I'm really good at it, but it's kind of like the only reason why I'm like really good at it is because there's really not much competition because not a lot of people play it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's no hardcore. It's not hardcore gamers playing Arena of Valor on Switch. So it's like somebody that's like never played like a MOBA before, and then like they're just downloading it because it's for free, and then I do work on them, but it's not really satisfactory because, they've never played a MOBA before in their life. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
it's just not the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely,
And
I
this
would.
is actually going to really hurt Tencent then, because I mean,
Yeah,
that kind of genre is really what Tencent's big in. But with League of Legends not coming to mobile, I mean, that's going to make Arena of Valor a little less profitable.
yeah. They didn't give a date, but again, they released it on Twitter. This is where I get a lot of my gaming news. Is on Twitter, and Riot came straight from Riot's mouth. Will be coming. They announced it will be coming to console and mobile, and I was like, man, hold up, because I've actually wanted to play League of Legends for a long time, but I'm really not a keyboard and mouse guy. Even when I'm not gaming, like, I don't use my keyboard and mouse to type. I use my phone. So, yeah, like, I pretty much have my phone connected to everything. I figured out the other day, OG, how to turn off my phone, turn off my PlayStation, my Xbox, my TV, and my PC all with my voice without Google Chrome.
Nice.
I mean, without Google, whatever that thing is called that you have to get for
Yeah.
Stadia. I don't have one of those. I don't have a Google thingy. I don't have any Google thingy. The only Google thingy I own in my home is my phone. And I guess, because of the app or whatever, I was able to connect. I'm able to turn off my PlayStation, my Xbox, my PC, all from my phone.
Convenient.
It's pretty awesome. Because I could literally
Yeah.
say, okay, Google, turn on living room TV. It'll turn on my living room TV. Okay, Google, turn on my PlayStation 4. It turns on my PlayStation 4. Okay, Google, turn on my laptop. It turns on my laptop. Thank God it's not listening right now. Well, actually, kind of
Yeah,
is.
because what happens during the podcast, so for some of y'all to know, he'll be at a conversation and say, "No, I don't want to play Fortnite." That's why.
Yes, exactly. Yep, because it'll be like, oh, launch Fortnite? Because you can tell it, okay, turn on PlayStation and launch Fortnite. And it'll launch Fortnite. It's pretty dope, dude. It's really freaking dope. I was like, why didn't I have this when I was younger, man? Kids get all the cool stuff and they don't really know how spoiled they are, man.
They have no idea how good they have it.
They really don't. They really, really don't. They really, really, really don't, man. So yeah, I've been kind of nerding out and figuring out how to. And it wasn't because I needed to do it. It's just I figured out I could do it, and so I was like, why not? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's kind of like those things. And so, okay, I have a confession. Did your PlayStation turn on accident a while back, like a few days ago?
I don't remember.
Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, because I tried the remote play where you can actually play your PlayStation, because now they have it. Now it's available on Android, and you don't have to be on your same Wi-Fi at home. You can be on, as long as your PlayStation is connected to any Wi-Fi connection. You can beam your PlayStation over to your phone or your tablet, and you could play your PlayStation either with an on-screen like controller thing, or you can hook up your your PlayStation controller to your tablet or your phone, right? Through Bluetooth. Okay. But I forgot we share accounts, right? So you're my primary PlayStation, quote unquote. So when I turned it on, and this is how I know that I don't have to be in the same house, right? To access the PlayStation. I accessed your PlayStation from my phone, and I was seeing what was on your PlayStation, and I could play any of your games.
Wow. Nice.
Yes, so it works. I could have literally, because I saw Final Fantasy 9 or whatever and all that stuff. That's how I knew it wasn't mine. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, this isn't my dashboard. I was like, I don't have Final Fantasy 9 installed. Not like, and I haven't recently played it. I was like, wait a minute. I started looking around. I was like, wait a minute. This isn't me. This is OG. And then the more research I did, that it does the primary account. So, yeah. So for me to do it for mine, I would have to disconnect you as the primary account, and then I would be able to access mine from any phone or any tablet. But just so you know, you can do that though. You can do that. It's pretty freaking awesome. So now I can go to New Mexico and play my PlayStation, and I don't even have to like have my PlayStation with me. All I have to have is my tablet or my phone and my controller. Now I wouldn't recommend like playing some like first person shooter or whatever, like or anything like that, because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some latency. I really didn't experience any latency, but I really didn't play a game either, because once I kind of found out I was like in yours, I kind of felt dirty and I left right away. I was like, oh no, my bad. I felt dirty. I don't like being this.
You're not gonna find out any crazy secrets.
Oh yeah, I know. I just don't like being in somebody's back door without letting them know, hey, I'm in here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sure. Especially, I don't know what y'all are doing. Y'all could have been like, watching TV or something, and then all of a sudden you hear beep, and you're like, why is my PlayStation on? You know what I mean? What's going on? You know what I mean? Yeah, it was me. Sorry, but it works. I was testing it for science, for podcast purposes. For science. Podcast science. Oh, and thank you, Hellboy. Gotta go to work. Have a great... Yo, man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the lurk, man. Much appreciated. Yo, so, yeah. Speaking of Hellboy, I also played with him yesterday while we was playing Fortnite. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy, though, that you can do that with your phone now, thanks to the new update. I am kind of sad though that they took away the Facebook integration, only because like I like to share my clips from my games on Facebook through PlayStation, or share like my screenshots, and I can no longer do this. I suggested them to because now you only have two services. Now you only have like Twitter and YouTube. So I tweeted at them and I said, yo, why not do Instagram? Because Instagram is another place where a lot of gamers do clips and stuff. And it would be perfect for the clip editor for PlayStation to do an integration with Instagram. But I never got a response. But I think that would be pretty cool. Hopefully they do that. Hopefully they do it. So yeah. So, I don't know. So, what other news do you have for us, sir?
That is a very, very good question, and I'm glad you asked.
Thank you.
So, next on the docket today, which I think is actually the last update that I have here, actually is about Pokemon Go. And I think
nice.
I didn't realize it was going to segue into that. We just brought it up not too long ago. But games like Pokemon Go can be therapeutic tools, according to Child's Play program director.
Huh.
All right, so for those who don't know who Child...
Oh, you cut out. No! Discord!
Finding ways... Yeah.
Go ahead.
Discord
it's always
a problem.
Yes, again. Only when you talk about something great and important and something that people want to hear.
course. So for those who don't know who Child's Play is, they're a charity, and
Mm-hmm.
this charity is another gaming charity that helps to find ways to make video gaming fun, therapeutic, stuff like that. They try to find positive ways to use video games.
Mm-hmm.
So what they've done is
Uh,
they are claiming that games like Pokemon Go, Super Mario 3D, Dragon Quest Builders can all be used as therapeutic tools. These titles are part of a session on how video games can be used as tools that they actually tested at a game conference
mm-hmm.
for Connect Asia just a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
They say games invoke emotion, with these three highlighted as strong proponents of happiness. Games were cited as a good choice for therapy because they are controllable situations, which means you can control the outcome. On
Mm.
top of this, they help with immersion. Therefore, users are thinking less about their body or the stress going on in the world while being
Mm-hmm. That's
fans.
you
This
broke. You
particular
broke.
charity,
Go ahead. Go ahead, sorry.
yeah, like this charity was created in 2003. Um, the whole purpose is to improve the lives of children through the use of toys and games,
Wow.
with over 100 hospitals across the globe. Um, and then they basically just talk about more things about the company itself, but the main point is that there's actually a gaming charity company that works on finding therapeutic ways to use video games and toys, which I think is really cool.
So you're saying your boy Handy Kill Cam should get involved because that's was what got him? Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. That's actually really dope. Actually, that's really
Yeah,
cool. I never knew that. I mean I know game being played, but I never.
and that's really cool that
Yeah.
multiple charities now doing different things
Right.
to help out. I think that's awesome for the
Yeah.
gaming industry.
Yeah, it's really dope. I want to be a part of them all, man. I want to like work
Yeah,
with them all, man, because that's really cool because that hits home for me because gaming was therapeutic for me, for my
yeah,
hands. Because to believe it or not, guys, when my hands were like this, closed up like this, like Dwight didn't know me then. OG didn't know me then. Like when OG knew me, my hands were already like this. They were like this when I was like younger. It was very painful. It was like it sucked. Like it just completely sucked. But gaming on the Atari every day and the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo, Sega and so forth, until where we are today, like it helped. But I wasn't focusing on the pain because I was too busy trying to to get where I was going. I wasn't trying to be. See, that's the thing. Like I never play a game. Like I never grew up when I was younger playing a game to be good at it. I just grew up playing a game just so I can loosen my hands. So it's kind of like I didn't play. I don't play to win. I play to survive. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
that's so crazy, but it's true. Like I was never gaming to be good at a game when I was younger. I was gaming because, hey, if I didn't game, my hands were gonna open up. You know what I mean? But it was fun. It made therapy fun. It made it great. And I wasn't thinking about the pain. I wasn't thinking about the drama,
hmm
that I was going through. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's really cool that they're doing that. Oh,
yeah. It goes. I love it. I think it's great.
yeah, I think it's really cool.
And this is something that they're doing at multiple hospitals too,
That's
like
dope.
at actual like physical locations you can go to and have that kind of therapy. I love that, and I kind of see the point with Pokemon Go because first and foremost, it gets you
Get you out of the house. You broke up. I'm
a little bit of
guessing.
exercise,
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
and then on top of getting exercise, you're also like enjoying, this game that you're playing. You're involved in the story, and you're distracted from whatever problems you have, which helps
Right.
you to heal better.
Right. Exactly. Because you're not thinking about, surgery. You're not thinking about the needles or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. Well, I mean, I guess I could go into my review on Fortnite. Why I feel like it's good. shout outs to Hellboy for dropping me some knowledge about some things that were going on in the background that I didn't know. With Fortnite. So Fortnite, for anybody that didn't know, yes, Fortnite runs on the Unreal Engine that Epic created, but it also, is it Epic that created it? I think so. Yeah. I could be backwards. It could have been Bluehole. No, I think it was Fortnite. I don't remember. Anyway, it runs on Unreal Engine. We know that for a fact. But there was like a thing called DirectX 10, DirectX 11. Actually, it was one of the reasons why the Xbox was called the Xbox, is because it was using DirectX. But anyway, that's just a nerd moment for you Xbox people. That's where the Xbox names come from. Anyways, the main reason why it took so long, and the main reason why they had to do what they had to do, is because they had to redo the file, rebuild the file, because it was upgrading from a DirectX 10 file to a DirectX 11 file, which made the game run smoother and process a lot better. You have better textures. You're able to do more graphically, and this is why you have better hit detection and all these different things. Look, I'm gonna tell you this without going into all the details, because it's gonna be hard for OG to really conversate because he doesn't play Fortnite. So I'm gonna put it to you like this: if you've never played Fortnite and you've wanted to play Fortnite, but you felt like it was a little too crazy, a little too overwhelming, now is the time to jump in. Also, if you've played Fortnite before, back when, the starting days, and you just didn't like all the new changes that happened or whatever, or, the random bloom, I can honestly tell you, random bloom is gone. Thank you, hallelujah, praise the Lord Jesus. Random bloom is gone. I can shoot. All right, that's how I know random bloom is gone. I can shoot. And you just got tired of all the mess and the random hiccups and all that stuff. Take it from somebody that started playing Fortnite, got a lot of people in this community playing Fortnite that were never even into Fortnite, started playing Fortnite, and then when all the changes happened, just abruptly just stopped playing Fortnite and left everybody hanging and left everybody else playing Fortnite. Take it from somebody that been through a lot of drama, bad conversations, with Fortnite, with talking with people with Fortnite. Now is the time for you to play Fortnite. This is a whole new game. It's a whole new experience. I don't know. It's just someone said the other day, last night I was in somebody's chat. Shout outs to Matt G. He's another Team Rock Squad member. Go check him out. It's a breath of fresh air, and he thought it was just a breath of fresh air just because it's a new map. And I started explaining it, and he was like, wow. He's like, that's pretty dope. You can literally go, you can go fishing now in Fortnite.
Uh-oh.
In the middle of the game. You could, and not only that, you can fish for loot, stuff like that. But you can actually, they kind of, and I don't want to say this because I'm not saying it's an RPG. I'm just putting it into retrospect for people to understand. How you're in an open world area and you want to go upgrade your weapon, and you need to go to an upgraded weapon station, but to upgrade your weapon, you need to have the materials to upgrade your weapon.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you have to do now to get certain variants in the game. So say for instance, you have a common and a legend, okay, so you have a green, which is not as uncommon, and then you have a blue that's legendary, and then you have a white that's just regular. If you want to get your gun to a purple or a better variant of the gun because you ain't got no guns around you. You know what I'm saying? Say like you have like a regular AR, and that's the only gun you have. But you're like, oh man, this gun's garbage, right? But all you have is like a bunch of trees and rocks around you. Well, you can go harvest the materials, go to an upgrade station, and like upgrade your gun to a better variant. So it's crazy to think about it, but it actually makes the playing field more even, because not everybody's like running around with crazy variants of the guns. A lot of the variants are the same variants because a lot of people just don't go run and upgrade their guns right away. So it kind of like, it weirdly enough, like it balances itself out, and that's just like a small example. There's so many different ways that they've learned from the way that they've made Fortnite 2, because that's what I'm calling it. It's not the original Fortnite no more. It's Fortnite 2. They have found a lot of ways to battle the RNG in Fortnite, and actually in BR in general. I think that, look, and this is me being crazy, I think that even if Fortnite does not stay number one for a long time, which I still think it will, Fortnite will be number one for like a long time, you know, as far as console and PC go. I think that they figured out a way to battle the RNG to where, like, even if that doesn't stick, if somebody else is even gonna like refine that and make it better to where BR is gonna be more competitive. Because the biggest complaint about BR becoming an esport as far as Fortnite and Apex Legends and PUBG is the RNG of it, right? Because you can't become a master at something with RNG being so heavily prevalently involved. You can't like really gain a skill of it, you know, when RNG is so much prevalently involved. But like, I think Fortnite's onto something to where they have figured out how to balance it with the RNG to where it could be more competitive than what it was. And it could be more based on the skill of you shooting and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. And I'm here to tell you, like, I'm a fan of skill-based matchmaking. You know, they put that in the game too, to where basically it tries to put you up against people that play basically off your skill. And you sit there and say, Handy, well, why do you not like that? Because, you know, you were against, you know, whatever. That's the only way you get better, is playing against people that are better than you. It's the only way you get better. That's why I don't understand why people get so mad against playing against Sweats. Well, how do you ever expect to get better and really learn to master a game if you don't play against Sweats? You know what I'm saying? You can't learn to be a black belt in karate if you don't face a black belt in karate. You can't be a black belt by beating a white belt. You can't beat a black belt by beating a yellow belt. You have to defeat a black belt person to be a black belt. You have to challenge yourself. And I feel like that people just like don't want to challenge themselves anymore. You know, that's why people got mad when they found out skill-based matchmaking was in Call of Duty. Well, okay, but you want to get better. You're mad because they know the spawns. Well, guess what? Go learn the spawns. You're mad because they camp and they know the certain spots. Well, guess what? Camp and know the Do you know how much of a sweat OG was in GoldenEye? Do you know how much of a oh my god, you could not freaking spawn. You want to know you know why spawn trapping doesn't bother me so much? Because this man right here would spawn trap the crap out of me. As soon as I spawned in GoldenEye, proximity to the face. Proximity to the face. Proximity to the face. You couldn't even breathe. Like,
nope.
People that complain about spawn camping don't even know what real spawn camping is. Because I could tell you what, if I had the tapes If I had the tapes and the YouTube was alive back then, I could show y'all spawn camping. This man right here that's in that picture right there, OG Crunkster, was a Spawn King master. And you know what? It made me a better GoldenEye player. You know what? It made me a better FPS player in general. So, you know, and I couldn't be like, oh, there needs to be a patch because of spawn camping. Oh, they need to nerf proximity mines because they're too powerful. I shouldn't be able to die off spawn. Oh man, like, bro, like, you just dealt with it, bro. And you know how you dealt with it? You got better. You got better. You got better. You killed him before this is what I would do. I would kill him before he put the proximity mines down. You know what I'm saying? Or I would do the same thing in return. You know what I'm saying? Because what I did is I would start learning the spawns. So I started doing it back. So then he couldn't do it. So then he would get annoyed. So it's like, don't get mad about skill-based matchmaking. Just get good. Like, get better. Like, if you want to, then, like, if that's something you really want to do, like, if you really want to try to get good, like, get better at the game, then, yeah, like, get better at it. But, like, I'm glad because I'd rather play somebody that's, like, that's matched to my skill, because I'm not the greatest player in Fortnite. But because of skill-based matchmaking in Fortnite, I've become a better player and I play better. Because I'm playing with people against my skill, and because I'm getting better, I elevated to better players, which then makes me more better players. So then I feel more achieved, and then I want to play Fortnite more. Oh my God. How about that? Because I feel like I'm actually achieving and getting better at a game. Oh my Jesus.
What a concept.
Oh my God. Oh my God. But I feel like people just like people just feel like developers and people just don't know what they're doing. But yet we're streamers, we're content creators, barely making $100, every so many months, but yet these guys are making more money than us. But yet we know what we're talking about and they don't. You know what I mean? Like it blows my mind. You know what I mean? Because it's like, bro, let them do them. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why they're in the position they're in and we're not. If we think we can do something better, we just need to go and do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm a big fan of the skill-based matchmaking. Like I am. I think that, true. Yeah, thank you. Let it inspire you to say that you can make it better, because there's no reason why you can't like just go and do what you want to do. The only person that stops you from doing what you want to do is yourself, because you don't believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, do you realize what you can do? Do you really realize the power you can do? Anything. You really could though. You really could though. You really could though. I mean, come on. The reason why we're in the situations that we're in, the reason why people are in the positions that they're in, is because they believed in themselves. Regardless, they might have done this, some weird ways, some crazy ways, but they believed that they could do it, and they did it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and they did it. The ones that haven't done it are the ones that didn't believe they could do it. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the fan base, the skill-based matchmaking. I think the fishing is really cool because I don't know, it's just cool that you can sit there and fish, and you can get material or like loot and stuff that you need if you can't find the loot. The only thing that I think is really crazy is that because now you can pick your friends up, like when you carry them and stuff, but you can also pick up your enemies. I think that's a little crazy because I'm a content creator and stream sniping, and so that could be a little crazy. People just picking you up when you're down and throwing you off the map or whatever, or throwing you into whatever. I actually have a clip on Twitter. If you don't know, go follow me on Twitter at HandyKillCam. I actually have a clip of me, like, somehow this person was carrying me, right? Literally carrying me, like how Tim used to carry me up a flight of stairs in real life. And somehow I killed the guy. Somehow I got a kill. Somehow I knocked him. He literally had me over his shoulder, and he threw me into the water, and I knocked him. Don't know how.
Wow.
And then I got the kill. Don't know how, but hey, it worked.
It worked.
It worked. So,
Yep.
that's the only thing that I think that need to be fixed. But other than that, I am very very impressed on what they've done. Shout out to them for doing a wonderful job and being able to keep people in suspense for 2 days, looking at a hole. And you've proved that you can literally stream anything and break records. So I don't want anybody to be like, well, I don't want to. I have to stream this, really? Because Epic streamed a black hole for 2 days and had over 80,000 viewers at constant. So, all you gotta do is keep your viewers in suspense, man. But yeah. So
the suspense is killing me.
The suspense is killing you.
I do want to address something you mentioned earlier.
Okay, definitely.
You were talking about the matchmaking thing, and then the balance between RNG
Yes.
and skill.
Yes.
This has been a thing for many, many years. Me, obviously, coming from a card gaming background, playing games like Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Shadowverse, Hearthstone. All of these games have a level of RNG.
Right.
But your skill is what takes you to the top, because even though, yes, it is luck of the draw, but there is skill involved in mitigating the amount of luck there is. If you build your deck right and if you play the cards right, then you're going to be more successful, because even if you're not as lucky as you want to be all the time, you'll still consistently do better.
Yeah.
And that's something that, is very important to bring up, because it's not all, RNG. There is a certain level of skill, and you have to learn how to deal with that and be better.
Yeah, it's pretty much what he's saying. For those who don't know, you have to learn to be able to beat a pair of two. You have to learn to beat a pair of aces with a pair of twos. Because he's talking about cards and stuff. Because you could do it, right? You could in poker, you could beat a pair of aces with a pair of twos, right? You'd be like, well, how you do that? It's all about how you play the chips, man. Mm-hmm. It's a mind game, right? You have to be able to use the tools that you have to beat the opponent. Because even if you feel that even if you know they have better tools, and for you gamers, okay, you could beat somebody that has a scar if you have a pistol. I wish I would have saved the clip. But there was a guy yesterday I was playing last night off stream. And my wife was cheering me on, because my wife wants me to get my first solo win. Because I have yet to get a first solo win in the 2 years of Fortnite. And I've been coming close, and I'm about to get it. There was a guy, he had a scar. He was shooting me with a scar. And he didn't know how to use it properly. Well, I had a regular white pistol. You know who won that battle? Me. Now, on paper, he had the better RNG, right? But I'm a better shot. I shot him in the head 3 times. He died. I won. Took his scar and got more kills. So, and that's basically what he's saying, is you have to be able to adapt what you have. That's even in anything in life. You have to be able to adapt with what you have and overcome the opponent that may be having the better hands. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you could beat a pair of aces with a pair of twos if you know how to play your chips. Because, it's all about how you bet. It's all about, when you bet. You know what I'm saying? It's about when do you check? You know what I'm saying? You're playing a mind game on your opponent. You could do the same thing in the game. You know what I'm saying? You can make your opponent feel like that you have a better weapon, and then you outsmart them and you play them and you win. You may only have a trap. You know? So totally agree with you with that 100%. Thank you for bringing that up, sir.
Yeah, not a problem.
Appreciate it. Is there anything else you want to discuss? All I have is Fortnite.
No, not really. That's pretty much all the news that I had. I mean, there is one other thing that I could bring up. It's not really gaming news. It's more content creator news. So I don't know if it's worth bringing up or not.
I mean, I am a content creator technically, so.
And I am too. So I guess I can bring it up.
Okay.
So there was a YouTuber, and this YouTuber, I'm not going to mention the person's name or anything, but this YouTuber is basically part of the beauty community. They do a lot of videos about makeup and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this person's YouTube account got hacked.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that it happened is this person got an email that looked like it came from, Google or YouTube, basically telling her that she had a copyright hit or whatever.
Wow.
Now, it is common to get that,
right?
Because I've had that before. So that part is legit. That does happen.
Right.
Here was the problem. Now, typically, when I had my hit, I got out of the email. I went straight to YouTube on my own directly, and I checked it, and I saw on my YouTube page that yes, I had a copyright hit, so I dealt with that. Well, this person didn't do that. This person actually clicked the link that was in the actual email.
Wow.
And by clicking that link, it basically asked the person to log in, and all of a sudden she wasn't able to log in. And then whoever it was that sent that email was able to not only
you cut out.
Got access to her app.
Dang, got access to
Now, for those who don't know, AdSense is how you get paid on YouTube.
Right.
So all the ad revenue that she was getting for about a month or two went to this other person.
Man.
Now, here's the other messed up part.
You're cutting out. Of course.
And what I've watched, YouTube has done nothing about it.
Wait, why?
So the first time, the person was like, "Hey, I'm not sure, but it looks like I look like I had a copyright hit, but it just seemed like it wasn't legitimate. I changed my passwords, but I wanted to bring it to your attention." And Google's like, "Okay, well, since you changed your password, you're good." Mm-hmm. And then when she found out that her AdSense was hit, she then reached out to him again. No, I think someone actually has access to my stuff. Now my AdSense is gone. And they've been kind of giving her like some weird generic responses, and not really addressing the issue. So she's now basically going about almost a month without pay from YouTube because of this issue, and they have not addressed it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man,
so,
oh man.
If you ever get an email from YouTube with any information, like you have a copyright hit or any other information, don't click any links first and foremost. And I'm not bashing her about it because, I mean, honestly, when I got copyright hit, I was a little worried too. So I'm not bashing what she did. But just for education purposes, instead of clicking any link that's on the email, leave it. Don't click nothing there. Go to your YouTube the way you normally would, or whatever you're using to make money, the normal way, and check to see if you have any notifications. Because the website will tell you, like YouTube will tell you on your actual page if you have a problem. And if you do, then you know it's legit. Right. But if it's not there, then you know it's a problem.
Right.
So never click the link. Is the moral of the story.
I never do anyway. I don't know, man. I might be old school, but I never click a link from an email from anything. Not even on Twitch. Nothing. I'm like, I'll just go look at it on Twitch.
Right. That's the best way to do it.
Because even if it's not a hack, your email might be compromised anyways, and you just don't know it. And so I don't know, man. That's I mean, yo, that sucks though. I mean, that really sucks. It doesn't suck for her because I mean, she did what she's supposed to do. It sucked that YouTube's not doing nothing about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, but I've been, even though I think that YouTube I think YouTube has the best discoverable platform. I think it's a lot easier to get discovered on YouTube than it is on Twitch or Mixer.
Yeah.
I have a lot of problems with YouTube because of their algorithm. Like, their algorithm is crazy and stuff like that, and then they don't want to fix stuff. So, I mean, this is another L for YouTube, unfortunately. I hope that this person gets their AdSense because, for us, me and you, our ads, I was only making 3 cents, whatever, off YouTube. But for her, I'm pretty sure she's got a substantial. She probably got a substantial income. You know what I mean? And that really sucks. It really, 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 really sucks. This is why I also say to enable your double authentication. And even if you think that it's doubled, or even if you think it's enabled, double check. Test it yourself. Test it yourself. What do you mean by test it yourself? Try to be that guy trying to get in your account and see what happens. See if you get that double authentication, that whatever. I do it to myself at least. This is weird how I'm saying it, but I do it to myself at least once a month, right? To make sure that I have everything in order. I have my Xbox double whatever it's called, double authenticated. I have my PlayStation double authenticated. I have my Twitch double authenticated. I have everything double authenticated to where if somebody try to get into something, I'm getting notified. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I double check and I make sure that it's enabled. I pretend to do I pretend to do it myself. I'll even have my wife pretending try to get in my account or whatever, and I'll say just to make sure, because you just never know. You never know. And if you have somebody, and this is speaking from you Twitch people, if you have somebody that manages that possibly manages your account, maybe does your panels for you, and you really kind of don't know how to do all that stuff, and you have somebody do it for you, set up your stuff for you, change your password once you're done with them. Change your password once you're done with them. Because, not saying that person is a bad person, but you never know. They may get hacked. And then if they get hacked, they got your information. They have your login information. Or, you may all may have an altercation, whatever the case may be. That's the worst of the worst. And if that happens, well, then guess what? They may be like, oh, I got his account. I'm going to hack it. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, personally, I'm going to give you this information. Don't ever give your password to anybody. Never to anybody. Ever. I don't care if you don't know how to put a panel on your Twitch or not. You don't know how to do it. We live in the age of YouTube. Figure it out. It's too easy. And if you don't want to figure it out, well, then that means I'm going to be real with you, then that means you're too lazy to be a content creator. Because you got to put in work. You got to figure out how to do stuff to be a content creator. And that might be offensive to some people, but you can't be lazy. You got to figure out how to do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because everybody can't do everything for you. Yeah. So, with that said, I think I'm pretty much done, bud. But
cool.
Thank you.
We can go ahead and end it.
Definitely.
So,
go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do want to thank you once again for listening to the OG Podcast. We are live 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on Twitch TV. Check out Handy Killcam. Of course, he has videos the rest of the week too. And guess what happens on that wonderful day called Thursday?
What?
That's right.
Oh my God!
Able Gamers. Oh yeah. So be there for Able Gamers to show them some love. And of course, your boy OG Crugsta is all up on the YouTube. Check out the Shadowverse videos. Your boy is now Master Rank and Unlimited. Check out the latest video. And of course, until next week, we'll see you guys next time. Keep gaming, all, and take care.
Spoiler alert. Stay in the chat if you want to. I'll probably be going back live in 30 minutes or 40 minutes or so. Let me get some food. Everybody's been asking me, are you gonna play Fortnite after the podcast? Well, I probably will. So, I'll probably get back on stream. So if you're in chat right now, just stay in. Give me 20 minutes to give me a chance to eat my pancakes and go to the restroom, and I'll be back live here in a little bit playing some Fortnite. All right. So get ready. Yeah, I've been grinding a little bit hard. OG. I actually yesterday I did a 10-hour stream. Just so you know.
Nice.
I started at 8 o'clock in the morning and then in until like 2 o'clock my time. 4 o'clock my time. Yeah, 4. Yeah, so I went ham yesterday. Yeah, I've been trying to get that grind. So yeah, give me about 30 minutes or so, chat, and I'll be back live. You don't have to sit here and lurk in the chat if you don't want to, but just know your boy need to eat and go to the baño and stuff. All right. But without further ado, we saying peace.
Later.